Hey everyone, Tiffany Lanier here, and welcome to my home in Denver, Colorado. I have only been here for a little less than 2 weeks now. It has been quite a journey traveling from Fort Lauderdale to now Denver. I wanted to shoot this quick video just to kind of give you a little update on what I have coming up relatively shortly and to, give you some of the insight that I've gained over the last couple of weeks with traveling and setting up shop and making a new home out of Denver. So I left South Florida, I believe it was August 28th. My boyfriend and I, we decided to take a road trip to come to Denver, and we did about 7 days, traveled throughout the state of Florida, went to New Orleans and did some cool work there. If you haven't seen the videos that I shot in the lower Ninth Ward, make sure you check those out. I just posted them yesterday, and you can see the interview that I did with Becca, the director from the Lower Ninth Ward Living Museum, which is located in New Orleans. It's a really cool story about the Lower Ninth and how it was impacted by Hurricane Katrina. So make sure you check that out. While we were traveling, we also stopped in Dallas and got a quick bite, headed to Oklahoma City, and then made it here to Denver last week. Once we got here, it became a journey, or a little slight obstacle, I guess you can say, trying to find an apartment, because I think we thought when we moved here that, there would be an abundance of apartments, condos, places to move into, and we would find a place within like a day or so and then be moved in by the weekend. Well, a reality check hit when we realized that Denver is very popular right now. A lot of people are moving here. The housing market in general is kind of booming just because it's a seller's market, and there's just so much competition here to try to get a place. And so within like 20, or not even 24, 48 hours, I was already over it. We had seen tons of apartments and townhouses and condos, and literally, if you see the listing posted on Craigslist or posted on another website, within like hours, it would be taken and gone. So it became like, chasing and running and trying to find these places. And I remember, it seemed like so long ago, it was only like a week ago, right? I remember wondering like if we were going to even find a place, because we had been pretty much packed up all our stuff into the car, and that was it. Like, we didn't really bring any furniture or anything, so everything was in the car. So I was like, are we going to find a place to live? And I was talking to a friend of mine, and he was just like, focus. Like, right now, your power of intent needs to be so high. You need to really focus on what it is that you guys are looking for, exactly down to the T. And trust me, I had already come up with exactly what I wanted, which was making it harder to find the place that we wanted to live in, because we had some, criteria of between, location, small amenities like flooring, and I wanted a fireplace. I lived in Florida for most of my life, and so fireplaces aren't everywhere. So moving to Colorado, I thought a fireplace would be cool. Even having a washer and dryer in-house was important for me. So, trying to get all the amenities and everything that we wanted into one apartment was becoming more of a challenge. So I took my friend's advice, and I really focused on what it is that we wanted, and really put it out into the universe. Hey, I feel good about this. This is what I want. I know, it's there for me. We just have to find it. So we ended up, actually, we were about to settle for an apartment, and because it had everything minus location. It wasn't in, it was an okay neighborhood, but it was a little suspect. And it was a little far away from where we wanted to be. But it had everything else inside. And we decided, we were over it. We were over running up and down Denver looking for apartments. So we were just going to settle for it. We had been to, the leasing office the day before, talked to them, knew an apartment that was coming up. So we went back, told them that was our decision. And they told us that that place had just been leased like hours before we got there. And I decided at that point that maybe it just wasn't meant to be, even though we were thinking about getting another apartment in that place, that maybe we should just, keep an open mind and keep looking. I know we're running out of time, but we decided to keep looking. So that night, we roamed around the neighborhoods that we wanted to live in and just kind of looked and like really took everything in and where exactly we wanted to be. And though we didn't see very many like for rent, signs out and about, at a certain moment, I just decided to look on Craigslist one more time because I had noticed that a lot of the posts were the same and they weren't anything that we were really looking for over that whole week. So just to see if anything new had come up. And I saw a listing that had just been posted like an hour before I saw it. So I was like, yes, it's fresh. It's a fresh ad, and let me call this person right now. And mind you, it was like 8:30 or 9 at night, but I wasn't hesitating. I wasn't going to wait. So I called them, and they agreed to, show us the apartment the next morning. It had everything that we wanted. It had the fireplace, it had the wood floors, it had the washer and dryer, it had the perfect location, super cute neighborhood, really nice. Just everything that we needed. Wasn't the hugest, I guess, apartment. When we were thinking of getting an apartment, we were really looking into getting like 2 bedrooms, to have like a home office. But that wasn't super important as long as it felt good and the space was good. So we saw it, we came, and it was exactly what we wanted. It was perfect. But the owner was being a little like, yeah, well, there's a couple of applicants. I have to kind of go through everything and do all these background checks and do all this stuff. And I'm like, but we want to move in like now. Like we can move in right now. And so we had to play the waiting game. But at that time, I told my boyfriend, listen, this is our apartment. This is what we're going to get. So no more looking. We're not going to look at any more apartments. We're not going to think about any more apartments. This is the apartment that we're going to have, and this is the apartment that we're going to get. So instead of looking for more apartments that day, we decided to go start looking at furniture, going to different places and picking out the furniture that we felt would go best in our home to be, right? And even though that's a little risk-taking, not having a place, kind of living out of your car while you're looking for a place, but to stop, because I really believe that my power and the power of intention would get me exactly what I wanted. And I tried really hard not to be doubtful of the power, not to be doubtful of the universe and how the universe works in such mysterious ways that really when you want something, that law of attraction theory really does come into play, and people and things will move and bend for you to have exactly what it is you want. So I kept that in mind. And the next morning we were like fidgety and waiting. And we got the phone call that we were approved and we got the apartment. So I say all of that, as a little background to catch you up on the last couple of weeks of my life with, getting situated here in Denver, but even more importantly, to show you how the power of your intentions really come into play. Whether it is you're trying to find an apartment, you're trying to build more solid relationships in your life, you're trying to build your business, you're trying to get a new job, you're trying to do anything. Your intentions have to be clear. Know exactly what it is that you want and don't really let it falter, right? Don't fill your mind with all the things that you don't want. I could have been focused on, well, I don't want an apartment that just has carpet flooring, and that I don't want it to not have washer and dryer or a fireplace. Like using all these like double negative words wouldn't have helped me be really clear and focused on exactly what it is that I want. So the message that I want to give to you today is set your intentions and make it clear. Write it down, post it somewhere that you can see it every single day. Think about it all the time, what it is that you want. And then be proactive, obviously, into receiving that of what it is that you want. Okay, so that's it. You know, I think I've probably over rambled in this video already, but I have some really exciting news, some great things in the works for my new move in Denver. I have a blog called The Newbie Spot that is pretty much up and going that I have to do a little updating on, but it's for new entrepreneurs to help you understand marketing. So I'll be posting that, and that's on a different YouTube channel, The Newbie Spot, as well as livewithtiffany.com, which is underway. So I was hoping to have it launch this month, but with all the move and everything just kind of happening a lot faster than I had even anticipated, it might be a few weeks out before the actual and official launch of Live with Tiffany, but it is coming, and you can go to livewithtiffany.com and sign up for my email updates so that you know exactly when the website is going to be launched, and I might be holding a really cool competition on there as well. So I suggest you go on livewithtiffany.com and just put your name and email, and I can keep up with you and vice versa. And I'm really excited to invite you in on the journey that is my new city of Denver. So until next time, I'm Tiffany Lanier. I'll see you soon.